I'm Esther from Essy Cooks, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this amazing recipe, which is a double chocolate banana bread. It's all vegan, it's so delicious. This one is for the chocolate lovers. It's all completely dairy-free, egg-free. You can even make it gluten-free if you want. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make this. So we are going to start by preheating that oven to 355. Now we are going to mix together our wet ingredients in a bowl here. So of course the first thing we need are 3 super ripe bananas. So the browner the better, really, like all these brown spots that you can see on here. Now that I have the bananas in the bowl, I'm just going to mash those bananas up. All right, now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, pure vanilla extract. Then we're going to add in half a cup of melted coconut oil. We want to add in 2 flax eggs. I made these flax eggs by whisking together 2 tablespoons of milled flax seeds or ground up flax seeds and 6 tablespoons of water. So that makes 2 flax eggs total. So I'm going to add those in and mix it together. All right, now for the dry ingredients, we are going to put in 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Use gluten-free flour if you want to make this gluten-free. Then we're going to add in half a cup of cocoa powder, 3/4 cup of brown sugar or coconut sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and a pinch of salt. Mix that all together. Right now we're going to combine the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients together. So we're just going to add that banana mixture right into the dry mixture. Beautiful. I'm going to mix the ingredients together. All right, now I have my loaf pan here, my little loaf pan. I greased it really well with coconut oil, but if you don't want to do that, you can just put a piece of parchment paper in there. If you don't grease it, if you don't put a piece of parchment paper, the loaf is definitely going to stick to it. I'm going to add in 3/4 cup of dark chocolate chunks and just gently fold those in. All right, now I'm going to get that batter right into my loaf pan here. Kind of smooth over the top there. I'm just going to place a couple of chocolate chunks on top just for looks. And all right, now we are going to pop this in the oven for 35 minutes. All right, that timer is off. And our beautiful loaf is baked. That is looking absolutely perfect. Now the hardest part is that when you take this out, you have to actually let it sit for 10 minutes on the cooling rack here, and then remove it and let it sit for another 10 minutes to cool outside of the baking dish. So we're just gonna let this sit here and allow it to cool. Now, when you're pulling a banana bread out of the oven, you always wanna check and make sure you can use a fork or a toothpick and just make sure that it is cooked all the way through. Fork here, and I'm just gonna use it in the middle to just test and make sure that this is cooked all the way through. So that is looking really good. Of course, we're gonna see a little bit of melted chocolate on the fork, but what we're looking for is to make sure there's not any doughy, wet mixture that hasn't been baked through in the middle. So for the most part, as long as you put it in for that 35 minutes, it should be baked and ready to go, but we just wanna double check to make sure. All right, now I'm gonna carefully remove it from the loaf pan, which can be a bit tricky. Make sure there's nothing sticking at the bottom before you try to do this. Whew. There we go. We're gonna let that cool for another 10 minutes on the rack. And now that that has cooled, it is ready to slice up and enjoy. So you can cut this into nice thick slices however you want it sliced. And it is still steaming hot, but it's perfect to enjoy right now. And one thing I'd highly recommend is just putting on some vegan butter. It makes this taste absolutely amazing. Make sure you stay tuned because we are about to do the taste test. Okay, it's time for the taste test. We have the banana bread chocolate lover here to give us his opinion.
That's amazing. This is really good.
This is so nice.
Definitely.
I don't know how long this is gonna last in our house. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video and you want to see more recipes like this one, just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below.